Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Homera. This is day 5 of my 30-day challenge for practicing speaking to the camera and becoming more comfortable. Today, I've been feeling a bit emotional, and I'm saying this because I found that over the last few days, if I say what I'm feeling, then I feel more relaxed. So, and so that helps. So I thought that's good. I've noticed that that's been working for me. So that's just what I wanted to start off with. I'm feeling emotional because it's a good thing. It's not anything sad. Recently, my husband and I went to a sound bath experience, meditation. I don't know what to call it, and it was our first time. This is our first experience. But this sound bath is apparently that's what I was told, that is a little bit different. It's more spiritual based and from an ancient Indian lineage, and so I can go into it, but I'll just say basically, because I've had this kind of energy, so the sound goes through your body and your energy is shifting. So it was a lovely event, but recently I found that my husband and I are both feeling quite emotional in a good way. So I thought I'd just say that. So so that's why I didn't wear any mascara today, in case I get emotional. But I won't. It'll be all good. So don't worry. I thought I'd just say that. So the first, now I'll just speak about the technical things that I'm experiencing. So, and I have quite a bit to say. So I thought I'd make notes this time and see how that works. So yesterday, I really enjoyed that video I made yesterday. It was so much fun. However, there were quite a lot of challenges that came up, and I think just worked as a learning experience for me. So that's all good. But yeah, so I just want to share about that. So I already mentioned that, I think in the last video, that I had the situation with the sun coming in. So we rectified. My husband put the umbrella up. I can't remember if you can see it. And because just before I start the video, I set up the camera on this box, and I do like a lighting test. So I make a few second video to do a lighting test and a sound test, so that at least you can see me. And then I found sometimes my head gets chopped off because I'm just on a box. So it takes me a while to set that up. I can't seem to find the right position all the time. So that's what happened. So I know I have to buy a tripod. I'm going to have to do it now. So I have to just bite the bullet and make a decision. It's just that the only thing that is stopping me from buying one is I can't decide which one to get, which one would be the best. So that's the only reason. So I'm just going to have to order that and just see how it goes. And that will make things easier setting it up too. And the other issue yesterday was when I watched the video back, I did use my, before I posted it, I used my noise cancelling earbuds because people were in the house and I didn't want to disturb them. And I noticed when I closed the blinds, it was making the loudest sound. They don't make that much sound. So I don't understand how the phone was picking that sound up, and it was amplifying it. And then the rest of it was fine though. But then in the evening, when my husband watched it on his own, and then he told me that he was watching it with on the TV with his headphones, and he said the bags were making a lot of noise, especially the first one. So I'm really sorry about that if you were watching it with your headphones and it was too loud. I didn't realize. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know if I should put a thing up on the video, like a warning, or if I should go back and edit the sound, or I'm not sure what to do. So anyway, I apologize for that if that caused anybody any grief from listening to that sound. But I was so happy with how relaxed I felt during most of that video that yeah, I wanted to put it up. Well, actually, I didn't even realize afterward about the sound. So that's one thing. And also, I am getting the noise. I am getting the mic that I've ordered. So it has a noise cancelling feature. So I'm hoping that will solve that. So other than that, I'll try to make less noise with objects. So the tripod, so I made some notes. So it says lots of work. Okay, lots of work. So I wanted to explain how much, what's the process has been over the last few days. So like I said, I thought I'm just going to be spontaneous and just make the videos and put them up. And then, you know, as long as I'm happy that you can see me and that you can hear me and that I'm and yeah, and I'm not pretending to be I'm not pretending anything, then I'm happy with that. So then I'll just put it up. So I did leave a lot of things that I could have edited out of the video yesterday, and I left them in because I thought, well, it could be helpful for people to see that, you know, these things happen, and it wasn't a total disaster, so I was fine with leaving that in. And especially when I went round the back and checked to see that it wasn't too dark in here after I closed the blinds. So once I thought that was okay, then I felt fine with that, and I know the blinds were half closed. Aesthetically, it wasn't so pleasing, but on the whole, I really enjoyed it. So I think I have to enjoy it. Otherwise, what's the point of doing this? So I have a feeling of accomplishment. So either enjoying it or having a feeling of accomplishment. So that's that. And oh yes, the bags were a last minute decision yesterday. So that I think that's why another way I was a bit flustered yesterday, because okay, so what's been happening is after I finish filming, I watch the video, and then if I'm happy with it, then I upload it, and then from that time to the next day when I film, I'm constantly thinking on the back of my mind, I'm constantly thinking about things that oh, I'll say this, I'll talk about this, I want to talk about this, and my mind is just on the back burner while I'm going about my day and doing things. So, but then when I come and press record, my mind goes blank. Although I think it's been getting better, and then I just say whatever comes to my mind, or now what's in my heart. So that's been the process. So I haven't because I haven't been able to prepare, and when I write the notes, it doesn't seem to work. But now I think I'm feeling more confident, so it should get better. So that's what's been happening, and it's only been a few days, right? It feels like I've been doing this for weeks, and that's the other thing. So going back to yesterday, the bags. I got up late, had a late breakfast as a breakfast for lunch, and then I was just chatting, and then I went to have, and as I was going to have a shower, I saw one of my bags, and I thought, oh, I could do a bag, because I was thinking, I don't know what I'm going to be talking about today. That would be fun. So it was a very last minute decision. So, but I have from that time to when I film, it's only like an hour or two. So I had to go around gathering all the bags and stuff, and then I put them and kind of organized them and set up the camera, and then the sun came, and then I had to move everything, and I don't know why, but I decided to move all the bags as well as the table and chair and everything. So then I had to move them all back and reorganize them, and that's why I lost that button that was in front of that thing, which I meant to show again I'll have to do it another day. So that's what happened yesterday. And then the other thing that happened was the video was very long, and up until now I've only uploaded, I think the biggest one was just over 10 minutes. So I didn't realize YouTube had a limit of 15 minutes to upload it from my phone via the app. So it wouldn't upload, and because the video was long and the setting up took longer, so everything was like delayed, and it was running into my evening, and so I thought, and the video was going to go up later than I expected. So then I had to plug it into my laptop and then upload it, and I don't know what's happening with my laptop. My laptop wouldn't download it properly. I haven't done that before, so that was a new experience, and the file was very big, and I was doing it over Wi-Fi. So so that was all thing, and then so that was complicated, and anyway it worked, and I did it, and then I've forgotten to brighten the video because I was a bit flustered with all of those new things that I had to learn. And then but anyway, luckily when I watched the video back, I was happy with that. So that was the saving grace. That was a highlight. So yes, so that's why, anyway, so that's my process. So explain about making 18-second videos to test location. Okay, right, so that's the other thing. Yeah, I think I've already said that. So yesterday when I moved the table over there, and then I made this 18-second video, and then I cropped it, and then I uploaded it as a private video onto my YouTube channel, and then I looked at it at different angles, and I realized no, it wasn't going to work, because if you watch horizontally it would be too narrow. So then so I usually do that. I do a sound test and a lighting test, and then my head is not chopped off just before I start recording every time I do it. So that's that. Explain why you couldn't upload to the community. I've already done that. The file was too big. Thumbnail situation. Oh yes. Oh, I don't know why. I wasn't getting a thumbnail, and then it took a really long time, and then I tried to figure out how to make a thumbnail, and anyway eventually it worked. It was I don't know how to. Oh, that's right. Yes, I remember now. What I wanted to do was I wanted to write in the thumbnail. I wanted to put like a non-designer bag I think I wrote it a bit, my non-designer bag collection. I just thought that would be fun. Just put it in like in the thumbnail, so you see that, anybody. And I don't know how to do that. I couldn't figure out how to do that, and I think I have to put it in another app and do that. So that I spent quite a bit of time trying to do that, and I couldn't figure it out in the end. And in the end, I thought I'll just forget it. But luckily, it auto-generated. The app eventually auto-generated a video, a clip of me holding the bags. So just kind of to give some context. And I know it's not cool now to put those words in the thumbnail, but I just wanted to do it. So that's that. Couldn't brighten. Yes, I already spoken about that. About feeling calm afterwards. Surprise about 1 month. Oh yeah, feeling calm. Yes, yeah. And this is important. So I'm kind of shocked that after I upload the video, I don't feel any stress. I don't feel any anxiety from the time I upload it to the time that I'm just about to speak. Or kind of leading up to it, because I think, I don't know what to say. I don't know what's going to come out. I don't know what's going to happen. And then when I press record, then I feel a little bit of like nerves, and then fine. So I'm quite surprised about that, considering I'm supposed to be making 1 video a day, which is a lot. I never imagined I would be doing this. And I think I underestimated what that means. So, but the upside is I don't feel stressed about it. Just that little bit of like nerves, and then just as I'm to film, I get a bit nervous, but I don't feel, and actually I feel really calm. So I'm really shocked about that. And the other thing is, I know there are 30 days in a month, and 31 or 28, whatever. I know that. And I know I keep writing my 30-day challenge. But for some reason, yesterday, it dawned on me that I'm going to have to do this every day for a month, every single day. In my mind, when I said the 30-day challenge, in my mind, it felt like 10 days. I don't know why. I was imagining I was like, yeah, I can do that. I don't know why. Because I know that 30 days in at least. So yesterday, I said to my husband, because I think because it just we're into the next month now, right? So I was thinking, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, I'm going to spend the whole of this month, every single day, making a video and uploading it. And yeah, it was just surprised me. And I think it surprised me also because it was the weekend. Well, it is the weekend. And so it means I have to do it every weekend. I won't get a day off. And I know I've done it to myself, and it's still good. I'm still happy about it, and I'm going to do it. But I think, and maybe if I had this realization at the beginning, I wouldn't have started. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't. So yeah. So I think it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I can do this. And it doesn't have to be a long video, and it doesn't have to be. But anyway, so that's that. It's going to be a month. So, okay, I'll talk about that afterwards. Yeah, also kind of maybe TMI. Some days I like to have a pajama day. Um, and I realized I'm not going to be able to have pajama day. I have to get up. I have to put on makeup. I have to, well, not on pajama days, I don't wear makeup, but I'm not going to go on the camera without some makeup. And I'm not going to go on the camera with my pajamas. No way. I'm not in that place right now in my life. I'm going to go on the camera with people watching me with my pajamas on. Yeah, so that was the pajama day thing. Okay, I think that's it. We've come to the end. I think the other thing that I might not do it today, but I'm going to have to learn how to put in those timestamps or something, because I really like it when people have those in their videos, and you can just flip to the bits that you don't want to. So if nobody wants to hear it, you can just go to another bit or whatever. I just think, and it's a good thing to learn anyway in general. So that's my kind of next challenge thing to learn. So that's the last thing I'm going to say about that, of this technical. So that we're into of the technical part of it. And I guess it's not just technical, it's like behind the scenes. I'm trying to document like the behind the scenes of what's going on and what's challenging and things like that, so that it's, it's helpful and transparent, and it helps me to talk about it too, I have to say, and gives me something to talk about too. Okay, so that's done. Now let's on to, that's my mind part, and so now my heart part. Okay, so kind of like a story time. So when I was about 10 years old, I remember getting a diary. I bought a diary, and I love journals and diaries, and I bought a diary with I don't know if we have them anymore, but they had like a little flap with a key, like a lock with a key came with that, and I wanted to keep a diary. I wanted like a journal to document, and I tried to keep that for a year. And what happened is, I'm not a writer, so I didn't even understand what it meant to keep a diary, journal. Well, we used to call them diaries then. So I didn't really know what it entailed, but I knew I really wanted to keep one, and I really liked that diary. And so I started, but I used to live a really simple life, like uneventful life, like I do now. But I was 10 years old, and so I thought, when you write in a diary or a journal, you're supposed to write the events. I did this, I did that, this fun thing happened. Only later, as I'm an adult with my own children, like maybe a few years ago, I realized people are writing their thoughts and feelings in the diary. And had I known that, I think it would have been a very different diary. Although actually, when I think about it, it did turn into kind of a thoughts and feeling diary, which I'll tell you about. So what happened was, I would have lots of blank spaces. I'm prepared today. I don't know why my nose starts running up here. Did you? Yes. So what was I saying? Yes. So I thought people, right? So what happened is, most days nothing really happened. I went to school, came back, ate some dinner, pretended to do my homework, went to bed, and so there was nothing to write from my point of view. And then so I didn't write anything, so that was blank. That day was blank. And then later on, when at some point something exciting happened, something fun happened, I was so busy engaged in the fun activity and then tired that I forgot to write in the diary. It was blank. So it was a blank diary. And then, so there were a lot of blank pages. Most of it was blank. And then what happened is summer came around. Actually, I don't know. It's a different diary. Anyway, I think that diary was just blank. And then I think later on, when I was a teenager, I bought another diary. I think that one had a lock on it too. And then I tried keeping that one, it didn't work. And then, but what happened is summer came around and tennis season started. And I really enjoyed watching Wimbledon at that time. And I had a terrible crush on John McEnroe, if anybody knows about him. I used to, yeah, I had a terrible crush on him. I don't know why. Maybe it was a bad boy thing, I don't know. Maybe it was a bad boy thing. I don't know if you can hear it on the tissues in front of my face. Yeah, so I used to watch, and then I used to write how well he did in my time. I used to write, he won today's match, and he did so good. I used to write about him. And then I would cut out, in the newspaper, cut out articles about him, like news articles from the sports part, I think, and I would glue them in. So that's what I remember about it. And the only reason I remember is because years later, my siblings found that diary. And the lock on it was not, it's not a strong lock, like you could open it. It was just there for, you know. So they found it, and somehow they opened it and they read it and they laughed. It was very sad and very hurtful, but not really that important. But that was a fun thing. So I still have a romantic idea about I've always had a romantic idea. I'll keep a journal. It never happens. Never write anything. I buy the journals, never write in them. So, except for so now I'm going to show you some of my journals. Let's start this one. I'm going to show you some of my favorites, but actually, okay, I'll just show you how many. No, I won't. I don't remember. I'm just trying to find when I started this and what year it was. Oh, here we go. Oh, 2020. 2020? No. 2016. Okay, let's just say this. Yes. Oh, this was 2020. Oh no. I just realized I shared my monthly cycle. I was tracking my month. Okay, it doesn't matter. I was tracking my monthly cycle on that. I thought it was just a calendar. I haven't. Okay, so today I just thought I'll show my journals because actually there's a journal that I wanted to talk to you about. So I haven't looked at these, so I've just literally got them out of the box about 5 minutes before I started making this video, so I haven't actually had a chance to look at it. Oopsie! Never mind. Whatever. Who cares? people will look. And I think when I'm looking at it, I think I've only tracked 1 month. No, 2. I've only tracked 2 months on here. Okay. Okay, so then I want to, but this actually is my favorite journal of all. I'll just say, this is my favorite journal of all. This is just, I got from a Japanese dollar store, my favorite place on earth. And I just made these tabs. What happened is I learned about the bullet journal system. So this journal is based on the bullet journal system, but I didn't follow the bullet journal system to the T. Like, I'm not planning things. But what I really enjoyed about is making this journal. What I really enjoy about the bullet journal system is that you make something that's perfect for your needs, and you store things in it that are important to you. So they're incredibly, if you haven't used it, if you haven't tried it, this is how I experienced it. It's a very personal and enjoyable process. Not the whole tracking thing. I don't like, unless you want to track something. So I kind of did a soft version of it. Whatever I wanted in an ideal journal, I put it in here. And then also I used it to just things like this, that, you know, I wanted to keep a swatch of my pens. And this is before I saw people keeping swatches. Or maybe I did see, I don't know. So sometimes when you have a lot of pens, colored current pens, you don't actually remember what the color looks like when you write it. So this was really helpful, and it was lovely. Like, that's my thing, because that's the other thing about journals is they don't necessarily. There's always something about them that doesn't fit in with your needs and your lifestyle, because somebody's designed it for you. So that's why I like this kind of system, because it's really adaptable. And then I just got some washi tape, and I just made little tabs, and I didn't even bother labeling them or anything. It's just for me to find. And the other thing I like about the bullet journal system is that you can write things and then, you know, number the pages and then keep an index at the front. So it doesn't matter what order you write in, because you can always find it because you've got the index. Now, having said that, I didn't do that here, and that's fine. I just used these tabs, but I do appreciate the freedom. I feel like it gives you freedom to not be linear. So let's see. So I don't know. So I'll just do it like this. This is I created this thing. It's kind of calendar. Okay, so this was this was the original. This is so I just gave myself in this journal 2 lines to fill in for every day, and then that was fine because I was it was achievable for me. And then I would just write what my appointments were. So this is 2020. Oh, 2019. Oh, I started this in 2019. And then it went on to 2020. And I guess I stopped in 2020 because everything happened, like crazy stuff happened. And then what else have I got in here? I have a gratitude log, things I'm grateful for. And I have I have more emotional guidance scale. I recorded the emotional guidance scale so that I was interested in that kind of stuff. Levels of consciousness and the 4 levels of agreement. So things that I found in books. So it's kind of like making your own. I guess like a commonplace book. I think. I guess it made like a commonplace book. I think that's what a commonplace book is. Oh, I even have supplies. So 2020, I kept of the emergency things that we needed to, like absolute essentials that we needed to get for COVID. I don't mind if anybody sees that. Product photography, bookmarks, setup. Oh, that was when I was making these coasters. So to keep my sanity during COVID, I made these coasters, and I can show you them another time. And they're really beautiful fabrics I purchased. And so I think I started next. Yeah, I mean, I know I started an Etsy shop, and so it was some information about what I needed to do. And I did kind of make some kind of checklist there, bullet journal style. But and then I'm not going to talk about that one because that's just like my passwords and things. So I keep it. So I love this. I really love this. This is like very dear to my heart. So I love that journal. So I'm not going to go into all of the other journals, but I'll just tell you during 2016, I was going through a very, very difficult time in my life. I was in terrible pain from a health condition, and I was basically it put me on a starvation. I had to be on a starvation diet according to my doctor. Not to be too dramatic, and waiting for my surgery. And then, so during that time, I kept some journals, and these are the journals that I kept. This one my son bought me, and meal plans. So what, I don't know why. I think I to keep maybe my sanity during that time, I started recording, because I couldn't eat very much. I had to record what can I eat. So I kept those journals. So this is another one. Mule journal 2. So basically I just scribbled things. I didn't, so I already had these books, and I never used them because I felt like, oh, I don't want to spoil them by writing in them, and I have to write perfectly. But when I had the pain, I didn't care. I was just like scribbling, spelling mistakes, whatever. But I was just documenting what I could eat and how it was making me feel, because everything I ate was causing me pain. But this is Meal Journal 3. And I really love this kind of book. So I really love these. They're my favorite. Meal journal. Cool. No, this was 2017 to 2018. Yeah, so I think it was just to keep my sanity and record what was working for me and what wasn't working for me, and how it was making me feel. This is another one. These ones I got a little bit like artistic in. It was more like a regular journal, whereas it started off like a plain journal, and I think I must have been feeling better, and so I started like embellishing them with washi tape and things like that. This is another meal journal. So yeah, these ones I started really getting like embellishing, and then I stopped, obviously. But I think the last one, when I had a look, that's all of these. I think this is the last one that I got. My son bought me this for Christmas. It says gift from my wonderful son, Christmas 2017. It says 5. But it seems to be blank. later on. So it seems to have finished. So they're quite messy, and I didn't care. And I think what it helped me get over my perfectionism. And so yeah, so these are all those journals. In case Thingy wants to make a thumbnail, the AI wants to generate a thumbnail for me for this video. And I don't bother. I like this. I don't bother. This is beautiful. I love this. This is good thinking. So this was just like a brain dump of what I was feeling and all the emotions that were coming up. So this I'll have to read one day. This is a very important thing for me to keep. This is my wealth and abundance journal. So I'm not going to go into this now, but I have a whole kind of system that I've built. I don't know if other people do it that way, but that's one of the videos I do want to make about basic how to call it. If I say money management, it sounds too boring. It's not that. It's like about taking control of your money, and but it's not boring. Essentially, it sounds really boring right now, but it's not. And it's not about get rich quick, where to invest, become a millionaire. No, it's not that video. It's about really spending your money intentionally and to bring you joy, and because there are people who have a lot of difficult. I've grown up surrounded by people adults who just have, because it's difficult to manage money, and it doesn't matter how little you have. There are systems that you can use to help, and so that's really dear to my heart. And I've never had any trouble with money. There have been times when I haven't had any money. I've had zero money, or I've had very little money, and then I've had money and not used it very wisely, and then I've learned through that. So I think that's something that I want to share. So that's going off a little bit off topic, but so coming back to this journal. So something fun anyway that I think. So finally, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. So in the beginning of this year, one of my favorite booktubers, Gina, who I love, she made a video, and I feel inspired by her to make these videos, to be honest, her style of videos. So I'll talk about that another time. She was sharing what she got for Christmas and things, and one of the things she got was, and I'm just going to say the name, the Hobonichi Techo. I think that's what it's called, Hobonichi. It's a 5-year planner. You probably already know about it. I think a lot of people, well, I think everybody knows about it except for me. So I only discovered it this year from her, from what she put up, and I love the theory of that. I love the idea of that kind of journal. Like, that kind of journal really makes sense to me and really would work for me. And I know there are other versions of other kind of copies of that, but when I looked at them, they didn't really speak to me. And I would have loved to buy one of those journals, but I didn't realize there's a waiting list, and you have to, I found out already at the beginning of the year. So people had ordered them the previous year. And then, so they published them at the beginning of the year, and it lasts for 5 years. So now there won't be another, but I wanted to start one this year because I'm turning 60. Well, I have turned 60. So at that time I thought, I'm turning 60, it would just be really nice. And if, just in case you don't know about it, it's a 5-year journal, and the thing that makes it unique is that you keep all 5 years on one page, and then you only write a few lines for it. You only, so for me, that's takes the intimidation out of it. So if I see a big blank page, I'm not a writer. I'm not going to be writing tons. And then the beauty of it is you write it and it's not intimidating, and you write, and then the next year you'll come back to that same page, and then you'll write in the next little space, and then you will see what you did the same day the year before, and therefore each year it becomes more meaningful. And I love that. And then this side is usually blank, just in case you don't. This side is usually blank, and so you can do art or whatever, or you can continue this if you want to write more. You can continue to that side, and also it helps you just focus on what you really want to say, because you don't have all that space and it's not intimidating. And it's like you're keeping you're writing for your future self. So now when I write, I'm writing for my future self. So basically what happened is you can't buy those journals anymore. They're sold out, but they may print some. They said, so I went to the website, they said they might print some, and then, but you can put your name on a mailing list so that if they ever print some more, you will know. And of course, so I thought, I was really sad. And then I thought, well, I've put my name on the mailing list. How about I just start recording on a piece of paper, and then if for when those journals come in, I can buy it, and then I can fill in those dates. And that would be really good. And I don't really want to start one next year. I don't want the beginning one to be 2027, because this is a really meaningful year for me, since I'm going into my next decade. So yeah, so I thought, okay, that's what I'll do. So then I just grabbed, I love this. These are my daughter's. She's bought a bunch when she was studying, but then she didn't need to use them because she had her laptop, and so she gave them to me. And it says it's from a Japanese dollar store at the back, but actually it says it's made in Korea, which I thought was interesting. But I have them in I've been giving them in a few different colors, so I thought these would work. And then so I left a space for, because I started later in the year, and then since then I've just been keeping them. I hope you can see that. So I've been just keep writing, and I just keep it next to my bed, and then I just fill in, and I generally just say what I did that day, and I don't care if it's, I just got up, cleaned, ate, and went to bed. I don't care. I still write that in, which is mostly what I'm doing anyway. And then and then I realized, oopsie, this is only going to be filled in about a month and a half, 2 months. So I do have a few of these, so I'll just continue in another one, and then another one, and then when I run out of these, I'll just continue in a different thing, and it doesn't matter. And now, even if I don't get the Obunichi Techo journal, it's okay, because now that I've started recording, the important thing is for me to record, and so I can record that in any book. It doesn't have to be that particular planner, because you can still follow the same principle, right, and enjoy the same benefits even if it's not in that. Okay, thank you so much for listening to this long rambling thing. If you've lasted this long, I appreciate that. And if you haven't, I still appreciate you watching. And I really enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed talking about these things. Oh, I remember now. There was something I wanted to say, and I wanted to leave it to the end. So if you've made it this far, because of this thing where I realized, oh my God, I'm gonna have to do this for 30 days. I'm gonna have to do this for 4 weeks. I thought, now that's overwhelming. So I thought it would be fun to celebrate a 7-day milestone every 7 days, because that's my philosophy of life, is not wait till any big day to have a celebration. Just have I like to just celebrate whenever, just have no excuse for a celebration, because I'm alive today, so why not celebrate that? So I thought it would be fun to do that. And then I thought, what would be really fun would be to do a giveaway. Because I love when people do giveaways. I never enter the giveaways, but I really love it when people organize the giveaways and then somebody wins and then they give someone. So I was wondering, what can I give away? I don't know what I can give away. And I was going to ask if you could suggest something in the comments. If you watch my channel regularly, then if you could comment and say what some ideas. So then I was thinking, what could I give away? I did have an idea about something. And actually now that I think about it, I have an idea right now. I could go to the store and find a really lovely journal. And I'm laughing because I don't know if my idea of lovely is other people's idea of lovely, and how desirable it would be for anybody to have the journal. But okay. Oh, I know what I'll do. I could get a journal or a notebook or something and a bunch of things. I don't know how it's going to work out. And I also have a bunch of things that I have made, like these coasters. And I'll tell you all about, I have a collection of coasters and I'll tell you all about them. And then they may be more enticing. And then I have a few little, like, I used to do a lot of crafts. I can't do crafts anymore. I can't make these things anymore. So they're kind of like limited edition. So what I'll do is, over the next few days, I will share some of those things, and then I will do a giveaway, and then I'll do a giveaway. I think only 2 people watch my channel. And I don't know if I should just do subscribers because I only have 1 subscriber who's not in my family. So if you, okay, let's say this. If you watch my, I think I'm this fellow. If you watch my channel regularly, but you're too shy to subscribe or comment, but you do watch it regularly and you enjoy it or find it helpful, because I do have some consistent views, so I know somebody's watching, but I don't know if it's just people just clicking, because I know I looked at the analytics and sometimes people can't get past a minute and a half, so, and that's okay, because it's not for everybody, right? So I don't know who's watching to the end, or who's interested or who's not. So if you would like to be participate in that, you could either leave a comment down here, or you could subscribe and leave a comment in my community, because that's what I did. I set up a community thing. I don't know how that works, but anyway, it's a community. You can communicate with people, send messages to people in your subscription. So you could do that. And this is not my family. You're excluded from this, because, you know, that's not fair. So my 1 subscriber and my 1 commenter is probably just you guys. So what I'll do is I'll share a few things, and then you can choose something, one of those things, and you can tell me what you want, and then I can send that to you, because that would be so much fun. I would love to do that. I would love to send something to somebody who supported me right now. That would make me really, really happy. But you know, if you have other suggestions, you guys just leave the comment. Either can you message me privately? I don't know. I don't know if you can post me privately or leave a comment in the description, you know, down below. Because I haven't really thought this through entirely. Yeah, so again, this is very long. If you've made it this far, I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Take care. Have a great day. And thank you for the people that gave me, the one person that gave me like yesterday, because I know my husband gave me like, so I don't know if the other one was from a family member or who, but anyway, if whoever it was, all the people, including my husband, thank you for giving me like the 2 likes I got yesterday. That's it. And the sun didn't even bother me because my husband put the umbrella very kindly. So that's it, guys. Take care. Love you. Lots of love. Take care. Maybe.